Welcome to Ladies of Another View on Back. I am Mary. My partners in crime today are Miss Cedar and Miss Lori. We have a great show planned today. We're going to visit with Alexis Wangler. Now, she was on last week before some of the, she came on with Kristen and Megan. They were the gals that, no, not Kristen, Tammy and Kristen. They were the gals that were going around the countryside. They're industrial hygienists, and they're talking about some of the downfalls of the hyperscale data centers. Now, we have data centers all over the place, but the hyperscale ones, they're a monster all of their own. And so Alexis went to the meeting yesterday at the state capitol, and so we're going to learn a little bit more about that. And then later in the show, we're going to visit with Sharon Swanpole. She is out of, I don't exactly know where she's from. She's got a great accent though. And she's going to talk about the book that she has written, See Him in Every Season. And actually our very own Sandy Sanford was a contributor to that book. And so I'm excited to visit with them. And then after that, we will have our lighter side. But let's just get right to it. Alexis, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Very
perfect.
Yes, great to see you. So just to real quickly, for those that don't know you, just give us a quick background of who is Alexis Wangler.
Yeah, so I am a homeschooling mom of 4 children. My oldest is 8.5, my youngest is 2.5, and I'm also married to my high school sweetheart. I've got a couple businesses as well as work full-time for the post office as a rural mail carrier. That's why I'm in my car right now. I just took a lunch break. So we do quite a lot of stuff, but in addition to that, I co-founded and I am now the president of, or have been the president of Health Freedom North Dakota, a 501c3 nonprofit organization that was started in October of 2019.
And so why did you feel it was important to start an organization like that?
Yeah, so we became a group of friends actually over time. We met as strangers against forced medical intervention, worldwide push for forced medical intervention. And so from that, we did a rally with that. And from there, we just decided, Health Free North Dakota, like North Dakota needs an organization that's willing to advocate for people and help people to advocate for themselves in the state of North Dakota. And so that is why we started it back in October of 2019. We got our 501c3 status in June of 2020.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that was about the time right before all the COVID stuff happened. Was that around the time it started?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was it because of COVID that you started that?
No. So we actually did the rally. It was August 31st of 2019, and then there was another situation in the state of North Dakota where we were just like, well, maybe we should do another rally. And we kind of looked at each other like, they're great. They're fun to do, but at the same time, it'd probably be better if we had an organization that was able to, get people together and get them active and then continue doing rallies from that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I just love what you guys are doing, and I've been to quite a few events that you have had with speakers. You bring in some great speakers all the time. You just showed a movie recently about the veterans at that church, and I cannot remember the name of the church. But yeah, I just enjoy what you guys are doing. Keep doing it. And now you're talking about the data centers. I mean, and how did the thing go up at the legislature?
Yeah, I really appreciate those comments. When people show their appreciation and their love and support for us, like, it helps us to keep going. So thank you for that. We had the Duty to Disobey documentary at New Song in Bismarck, thanks to Pastor Kurt. And then also we had it in 3 different locations throughout the state. But then as far as the data center meeting, the AI committee and data center meeting, I can't remember exactly what they're calling the interim committee, but it went okay. It was very informative, which I am always happy to see that, hear that. I took a lot of notes. They had some great people that came in to speak. One of the biggest things that my takeaway from it was that the people that are working to prepare like a baseline for our state legislature as far as data centers or hyperscale data centers go, they did not feel, most of the organizations, if not all of them, that were involved with that, did not feel that public comment was needed in the room when they made their baseline recommendations for like ordinances and things like that. And so that one takeaway was really upsetting, especially because of what we learned last week with Tammy Clark and Kristen Megan Kelly on the concerns for these hyperscale data centers.
And so they basically told you, and this meeting was last Wednesday, but they basically said we will take no public comment, or did a few people get to speak, or how did it work out?
So Chairman Worry was great. He actually said it's not typical of the interim committees to have public comment, but he thought that it was needed, or the committee agreed that it was needed. And so they did allow for public comment for like 45, 55 minutes. Again, it was, but like the people that had been like asked to speak and give a presentation, the majority of them, with the questions that were asked by the legislators, you know, they asked them like, did you ask for public comment or anything like that? And they said they didn't reach out to the public and ask their viewpoints on it. They didn't feel like it was needed at that moment yet.
Oh, well, there's Holly Birch. She's from my district, District 31. Wow.
Yes.
So how many people? Was it a full house? Was it standing room only, or well,
it was
there it
standing
is.
room only. Yes. And I had an appointment like right when it started at 9 a.m. and then I had 2 appointments after, about 2 p.m. So I had to get there late, and then I had to cut it short. But I was very interested to hear how Dr. Lance Rep now, might be saying his name wrong. His name is on the agenda, but he was the professor out of Illinois that spoke, and he gave a really good presentation. I felt like I took a lot of notes there, and so he was saying, you know, there are definitely negative consequences as well. So I like that his approach was very neutral.
Well, and that's the whole part of it. It's like we know we do need data centers. That's a given, but they seem to be these hyperscale ones. They're a whole different monster on their own, because they say, oh, they don't take water. Well, sorry, 20 million gallons of water, even if it's being recirculated, takes water. And as you know, even your car radiator, it does evaporate, so you do have to add water. So just coming from different parts of the United States, they're saying, oh my gosh, our aquifers are down, our electricity expenses are up. But they're saying, no, that's not true. That isn't happening. So what is the truth?
Yep. You know, Kristen and Tammy, they literally are blowing the whistle. They are saying exactly what you would expect for the experts to say, in that we are seeing a decline, a major, scary decline in our water, because of the fact that we have these hyperscale data centers using up so much water. And, you know, we have a document actually for those that weren't able to make it, or because of how informative those meetings were last week, we're preparing a transcript of Tammy and Kristen for people. And so if you would be interested in that, we can definitely send that your way once we have it all done.
Sure, and then we can.
The computer wasn't able to read exactly every word, so we had to go in and make sure that it's, you know, making sense.
Right.
As soon as that is ready, we will make sure to send that out. But
will that link be available on your website so a person can just click on it?
Yeah, we're not that technologically advanced, so we're gonna just do that via email. So if you sign up for our newsletter, I'm sure our treasurer, who's very technologically smart, savvy, he would be able to do that. But right now, with just time, you know, we're all volunteers, and so with timing, we just thought it would probably be the most simple to just send it out via newsletter, email.
Okay, all right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll kind of dig a little bit deeper into the nuts and bolts of what's actually going on around here. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Find your path to discovery, adventure, and inspiration in Lemon, South Dakota. Immerse yourself in the charm and beauty of the region's natural resources. Unearth eras of history. Explore the unique attractions and world-renowned creations. Come see for yourself what makes this community a great getaway and an even greater place to make your home. Whether you're here for a day or for a lifetime, you can find your path in Lemon, South Dakota.
There's never been a better time to rediscover the style, reliability, and all-season, all-terrain fun of the all-new Nissan lineup at the new and improved Ryan Nissan. Whether it's the sleek and stylish Murano, the adventure-ready Pathfinder, or the reimagined, ready-for-anything 2026 Rogue, the all-new Ryan Nissan has the vehicle of your dreams at a price perfect for any budget. It's time to rediscover your passion for the road. It's time to rediscover the all-new Ryan Nissan, engineered to endure.
Yeah, U.S. Cattlemen is a member organization that each member has a vote in anything we do with policy. We're representing the independent cattleman or the cow-calf guy or an independent feeder or whatever. We like to support the independent producer. We're talking about mandatory ID, we're talking about cool, we're talking about all the legislation that's going to be coming down with the new administration. There's going to be lots of moving and shaking, so always check us out at our website, uscattleman.org.
Come on in and experience small town hospitality and the personalized care that makes car buying a pleasure.
We know that every journey starts with the right car. Whether it's school drop-off, weekend road trips, or your daily commute, we have the right vehicle for you and your family.
With trusted brands, affordable prices, and a team that treats you like family, finding your next car has never been so easy.
We pride ourselves on personal attention and quality service. Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
When I first decided to invest in gold, I was a bit nervous and unsure how to start. Luckily, I found Noble Gold Investments. From the very first call, they made investing easy. No pushy sales tactics, no gimmicks, and no confusing free silver offers with hidden fees. Just honest advice tailored to my needs, giving me confidence every step of the way. If you're new to gold investing or want a partner you can trust, visit noblegoldinvestments.com.
Welcome to where classy meets Wild West. Buffalo Gypsy Boutique of Bismarck has clothing, decor, and gifts ranging from sophisticated boho style to fun and flashy. Our exclusive brands such as Scully, Double D Ranch, and Tanner Mark provide standout style for the whole family, right down to the little ones. We always have a great selection of Kimes denim, and we proudly offer American-made jewelry and artwork. Find Buffalo Gypsy classing up North Bismarck just off Highway 83.
Welcome back to Ladies of Another View on Beck. We've been visiting with Alexis Wangler, and she's the founder of Health Freedom North Dakota. Alexis, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy
to be here.
Thank you. You've always been so generous with your time and information to share with our viewers, and we really appreciate you. And yeah, here's some, to learn more about healthfreedomnd.org, just go ahead and log on to their website. But this is a new committee that they put together just because of all of the data centers that are being proposed, not only in North Dakota, but across the United States for that matter. But it seems like those that were on the committee, if you look at the PACs that donate money to them, isn't there a conflict of interest with most of these people? I mean, how do they have an impartial, or was it impartial, or just give us a little bit of your take on that?
Yeah, it's funny how that works, right? So I was very happy to see the people and hear the people that they did have come and speak and give a presentation on the various topics. Yesterday was more focused on AI specifically. And so that was kind of where most of the topics for the people presenting, they were speaking on. I will say though that it did seem more, in my opinion, more pro AI, pro data centers, less of the people that were there speaking, giving presentations to the legislature and to, of course, the people in the room and those watching online. It seemed like there was less of those conversations in regard to the concerns that people have for AI and for data centers.
So I would like to ask, what was the original intended purpose of this meeting? Was it to inform the public, inform the legislator? Were there decisions made? Was there voting? And do you think that purpose was carried out?
So to my understanding, I believe it was to help our government make decisions in regard to AI and data centers in the upcoming legislative session. And I think it was more to inform the legislature. But I'm not 100% sure if I'm right on that. That's kind of just how I felt it was the way that it was organized, the agenda that was put together, it seemed more for information for the representatives and senators that were there.
I know I always just get hesitant when they do stuff like this, because I always feel like, well, you know, it's the formality. We want to put it out there and make sure that, you know, we're doing our due diligence.
Transparency.
The transparency. But I mean, we all know, like, I talk about the AI data center that's proposed in Mandan. I mean, within city limits, I mean, it's going to be close to me if it happens. And they already bought this land, over 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody all the people, I mean, they have to put permits in and do all these things. So by the time they're buying the land, our commissioners, everybody knows what's going on. And then when it's kind of all, you know, all the things are signed, then we're informed. And now we're not supposed to say anything, and now we're not supposed to bring our concerns. Just like with the legislature. I mean, maybe I'm jilted.
Oh, yeah, think you're jilted, Lori?
I think so. What do you think?
You know, I do feel like it seemed like we were kind of behind the 8 ball on it. You know, these have been, I mean, we've had data centers for decades. You know, the hyperscale data centers, though, that are being proposed are definitely concerning. And so, like, my biggest thing is, like, I'll go and I'll say my piece, but at the same time, I'm like, does it really, like, I have that question in the back of my head. Did it matter? Did it matter that the public was there and that they allowed for public comment? Because, like you had said, like, a lot of these people do seem like they are, you know, right alongside the developers and the companies that are wanting to put these hyperscale data centers up. So I get what you're saying completely.
Sure, and then and people should know that there's also non-disclosure agreements that are signed long before people even know about it. And so why is it so private that they can't disclose any information? They're doing the opposite of transparency. They're getting all the footwork done under NDAs, a non-disclosure agreement, and then by the time, then it's 2 years into it, 3 years into it, or even 7 or 8 years into it, then all of a sudden the public finds out about it. Because the same thing happened with wind towers in Morton County. What they had said at the meeting, and it was one of the county commissioners, she said, well, they've already got all this money into it. We have to pass it. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. If you know that there are concerns that people have, and now that there are studies that they've done, you know, years later, that there are, you know, detriments to your health and to the livestock or to bird migration, whatever it is, we can still say no. It doesn't matter if some private investors went ahead and invested in it. They should have let us know at the very beginning.
Yep, that's not our problem. That should not be our problem. Nope.
Somebody needs to get Mary her soapbox. That was good.
Thank God for Beck.
Well, it is. It's just so annoying to find out, like, in Mandan itself, it's like, it's right in my backyard. You know,
literally in her backyard.
There's that 5 mile radius that they always talk about. So yes, it's going to impact me, and not only that, it's by a high school and a middle school. I mean, not even the people that live there, but it's around schools. And you cannot tell me when you put that humming, that frequencies, and now these kids, I mean, there's an agenda behind it, and I'm so upset about this.
Jumping off of that, so this is, your organization is Health Freedom. So can you give us a list of these health concerns that come from these data centers and the ones that you're most concerned about?
Yeah, so I think the biggest one that, like Lori was just saying, is the tonal noise, the different decibel, because decibels, there's different range. And so that's what Tammy and Kristen spoke about, is that, you know, there's the dBA range of what you'll hear. The A is like audible, you'll actually hear it. But then there's the dBz and the dBz, and that's something that you're not even going to know about because you can't actually physically hear it, but your body feels it. Animals can actually hear it, and they of course feel it. And so that's why you'll see, like, if you see a horse like banging his head or her head on a pole or on a wall, a lot of times when there's a data center nearby, it's because of that tonal noise. And
oh my gosh.
You know, you're constantly in this state of stress. And you know what happens when you are constantly in a state of stress? Well, your cortisol rises, and that causes major health issues. So, you know, you think of them putting up data centers next to schools and daycares, and, you know, it's an industrial type building. It should be in an industrial area, not in rural communities, not like right next to farmers and ranchers.
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit there,
But
Alexis. You're kind of cutting out a little bit.
sorry.
Okay, you're back.
Better?
Yes.
Okay. So the frontal lobe, you know, you think of the fact that your children's frontal lobes aren't fully developed, and then you have to deal with the fact that they have to deal with the fact that they're getting hit by the DBC and DBZ decibels. So that's like very, very concerning. Obviously, our water, if anyone goes and just looks at our rivers, it's so crazy how low they are. And the amount of water that the hyperscale data centers use, sure, there are ways to, you know, recycle the water, but still, it's still got to be going somewhere, and it's still got to be used. And so how are we going to be able to, you know, in the areas that they have, sorry, I'm talking really fast, but in the areas that they have these hyperscale data centers, they're actually having consumers be told to not use their water because the data center needs the water. You know?
But yet you have people
so
around here
that's very
saying they
concerning.
don't consume any water, and there's no worry about the water supply. And then as far as discharging it, because they do have to change it every now and then. I don't know if it's so many months, so many years or whatnot, but Tammy and Kristen had said how some of the areas they're just dumping it into their natural water system, like into their rivers. That can't be good for the environment. Whew. Wow.
No.
All right, so Alexis, we have about a minute left. What would you like to leave our viewers with?
You know, we just hope that you guys learned something with our organization in the 4 events that we had with Tammy and Kristen, July 7th through the 9th, and we hope that you continue to support our organization. You can visit our website at healthfreedomnd.org. Sign up for our newsletter so that you're up to date with all the different things we have going on in regard to health and freedom in North Dakota. And if you are wanting to support our mission and vision financially, you can donate to us on our website or via Venmo, PayPal, or, you know, send a check through the mail. So
Awesome, because you guys are all self-funded and you don't take a salary, but it takes money to put on these events and to get speakers in and help them with their travel expenses. So it's not for you guys. There's no administrative fees per se. You're not drawing a salary. It's all to share information, pay for websites, newsletters, and whatnot. It's all for that type of work.
Which is how it should be.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, we are fully funded, grassroots, organized organization. We're all just unpaid volunteers that truly believe in our mission and our vision, and we want to see health freedom last in North Dakota and in America. So
amen to that. Okay, Alexis, we want to thank you for spending time with us today, and we look forward to hearing from you again as far as some of the other projects that you're working on.
Thank you again, ladies, for having me. You guys have a great day.
All right, thank you. And for the rest of you, please stick around. We're going to visit with Sharon Swanpole. She's the author of See Him in Every Season. She's in studio, so you're not going to want to miss it. Don't go away.
Stop out to our facility, Highway 22 South. Let us build a truck for you.
When there's a storm on the horizon, you typically don't get a lot of advance notice. So you brace yourself as best you can and rebuild when it's over. Times like these are what insurance is for, the protection of our livelihoods, our families, our homes, and our lives. We support our community coming together in times of need. As an independent insurance agency, we tailor our services to your needs. At Dakota Community Insurance, we can help you weather the storm. Talk to one of our agents today.
We are the St. Mary Sisters. We are building a new facility here in Bismarck, North Dakota, for the sake of training young women to be courageous teachers in this state. The sisters will educate the younger generation to be fully alive through truth and discipline. The sisters' life of devotion and joy will make a positive difference in your community. Check out what we're up to, see what's going on, and join our mission to make a difference in the lives of the children of North Dakota.
Let's be frank, it's a pain to be without your vehicle after an accident. That's why you should take it to Jerome's Collision Center. Our shop is supersized and we have the qualified staff to fill it up and work on your vehicle, step by step, piece by piece, in crazy fast time without sacrificing quality. When you need us, we'll turn your bad experience into a good one. We're Jerome's Collision Center and we're the best at what we do.
Hey, I'm Corey Heppola, and I grew up in a small town.
This road used to be gravel.
But a long time ago, I left to live in a big city. Now, I wonder...
Just because we're small doesn't mean we can't have nice things.
What would it be like to move back?
Man, it's mad love up in here.
So, I'm traveling to different small towns across the Midwest to find out. Because what do I really know about rural living? Oh. The people.
If there is anything that you can say about this town, it's that we take care of each other.
The innovation.
So none of this equipment even existed.
And the opportunities.
It's like every year in the spring, there's always like a revitalization of just excitement.
This is my town.
Oh! Oh, jeez! You were close.
7 episodes. Sunday night, 6:30 on Beck TV.
Welcome back to Ladies of Another View on Beck, and we just added another lady.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Sharon Swanepoel.
Thank you very much, Mary. It's wonderful to be here.
Well, I'm so excited. When Sandy Sanford told me that you were going to be in town and you're an author of this book, and she's actually a contributor, I just said, well, we have to get her on the show. So tell us a little bit about your background, first of all.
Well, I'm from South Africa. I live in America. No finer nation on the face of this earth than America. I'm true blue American.
Nice.
And I've been here with my husband, which is the dream guy in my life.
Nice.
Been married for 37 years with him. And I've got a passion for introducing people to the goodness of God. And when I came to this nation, that was the passion. To introduce people. I kind of was first thrown that a third world person can make an impact in the life of first world people, But I realized that it's the goodness of God that we all need in our lives. Mm-hmm. And when we can see God in our lives, then He makes all the difference, recognizing Him. And so the very reason that I'm here is because I see and identify His goodness, and I want to connect people to God. I don't have children of my own, even though I've been on honeymoon for 37 years.
Nice.
But God has really given me a passion in my heart to share Jesus with children. Mm. I remember making a commitment in a public school to receive Jesus as my personal Savior and to follow Him for the rest of my life. And that is my passion with my husband, to connect children, adults, wherever we go, to the goodness of God. And I actually write children's books that we distribute in public schools. And the blessing of this book that we're going to be talking about today, every one of the contributors have gifted their story, their encounter of seeing God in their lives, to the Seek and Save project, which places books in the hands of children around the world. We focus on South Africa, Ghana, and Philippines at the moment. But even here in America, we have taken hands with people and given this Seek and Save book to kids. and we have just seen a beautiful response of our children have received Jesus into their lives.
Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely
Right.
beautiful. Wow.
So can you tell us what your book, See Him in Every Season, is about? Can you just give us an overview?
Well, I love that you asked me that question because when we first got started, I was sitting actually on an aeroplane flying back from an engagement that I had, and I was feeling pretty down and low. You know, I'd gone through physical adjustments in my life and, you know, a few setbacks, and I was feeling overwhelmed. And I'm sure that anyone that is a woman, any one of the viewers out there, every one of us have those moments, you know, that we go through rough spots. But I was going through the change of life. And I heard God speak to me at that moment, you know, because I was thinking, oh, well, you know, maybe I'm just too old now, you know, I need to move on and let others, you know, take the lead. And God spoke to me and he said, Sharon, that is not the truth. You're believing a lie. I've set my situation in fall, where everything falls away, except the weight. The weight doesn't fall, the weight goes up, you know. And I was thinking, you know, my emotions are down. My hormones are falling. My hair's falling. You know, all these things are falling. Yet, when God spoke to me, He said, "This is not the truth, because I've created you to celebrate all 4 seasons in one year. It's not just that you're stuck in one perpetual winter or stuck in one perpetual fall or summer or spring, but all 4 should be celebrated in our lives. We have got a spring season, you know, where new life comes forth, that we sow. In summer, it's our growing season. In autumn, as you know, it should be called, but in fall, It's the harvesting season. And then, of course, in winter is that rest, that time that we rest. And God said to me, not one of your previous seasons have looked the same, because you've grown, you've matured. And He started speaking to me in the airplane about this journey. And He said, you know, you may be able to, if you can identify me in your current season, you can look back and see my favor and my grace that has been upon you. I've led you through all the past seasons. And if you can do that, you can enable others to see me in their seasons too. And then He said this, He said, I want you to look to see me, but also I want you to write a book. And this book will be called See Him in Every Season, because it's an invitation for others to see me. And so I felt pressed upon my heart that He didn't just give me this. He wanted me to encourage other women to write with me. And this book was never meant to just be my own. And so I gathered 50 different women from Alaska as far as Delaware, across the nation, to join me in sharing a season of God touching them in their lives. And that's what this book is all about. Women that have walked through seasons of difficulty. And, you know, you can have seasonal storms in spring. You know, it's not just we go through a winter in our lives, but storms come in every season. And these stories are amazing stories of how God has met the needs of women. And just through the ages, we've got the oldest woman that contributed to this book is 92 years old, Miss Betty O'Berry. And the youngest is 32 years old. You know, I wish I could get college students, but you know, maybe volume 2 will have that.
Right. Maybe next book.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, the whole thing about the seasons and how, you know, even through triumph, tribulations, it's like to always seek God's guidance, always seek His wisdom. You know, maybe things aren't going good right now. Yes. But God always has a plan. He's always in our heart. He's always there for us. And we have to go through, you know, all those, you know, as trials, whatever, you know, the good comes with the bad, but always have God in your heart and always seek his, you know, prayers and all those things, right?
And what you focus on in your season will frame it.
Yes.
And so if you focus on the devastation, the heartbreak, the hurt, and that will frame it forever. But if you look past that and know God's goodness is there, even though you can't see it, he's working beneath the surface. He is working all things together for good in your life. Everything changes. When God spoke to me about this, he actually shared with me Sarah, that was in a season in her life that seemed so difficult, that, you know, she couldn't bear children, but God stepped in.
Sure. So let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll go a little bit deeper into that story. Excuse me. We'll be right back after this. Don't go away. So much more exciting stuff to come.
You know the rule. No phones at the dinner table.
I know, I'm sorry. It's just Noble Gold Investments. I bought some gold for the kids.
Finally.
Well, the gold you bought me gives me so much security in this economic disaster we're having. I want that for them too.
Well, I've been investing with Noble Gold Investments for years, and I'm pretty sure they can wait until after lunch.
Invest in something you can hold. Invest in Noble Gold. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com to learn more.
West River Equipment of Mandan is here to help you maintain peak productivity in your operation. As an authorized dealer for many high-quality equipment lines, we have the new and used equipment it takes to make your farming, ranching, or construction operation profitable and efficient. West River Equipment also has the parts on hand and the experienced technicians in our shop to get your equipment back in action fast. Find what you need at West River Equipment on Old Red Trail in Mandan.
Find relief for what ails you at Steep Me Tea Apothecary. Teas, supplements, tinctures, and more. Formulated to fight whatever has you down. We're Bismarck Mandan's favorite place to find delicious, natural, and easy ways to alleviate symptoms brought on by anything from colds to cancer. Brew a better you at Steep Me Tea Apothecary. Steep Me products may cause side effects, including but not limited to improved mood, deeper sleep, enhanced hydration, renewed sense of smell, increased energy levels, superior balance, boosted immunity, proper digestion, restored sense of calm, and a delightful smelling home.
Welcome to Radiant Retreat Tanning and Spa in Mandan, where a relaxing spa experience meets the latest in healing innovations. Take total control of your massage in our Hydro Massage Bed. Experience whole body healing in our Zero Body Cryo Bed. Let our salt sauna and halo generator restore your respiratory and skin health. And of course, tailored tanning will keep you looking as good as you feel. Discover your best self at Radiant Retreat, 1307 1st Street Northeast, Mandan.
We're from North Dakota, where 12,000 workers bring electricity to 2 million customers and provide over $5 billion in economic activity to the state, while reclaiming 22,000 acres of land. This is coal country.
Welcome back to Ladies of Another View on Beck. We've been visiting with Sharon Swanepoel. Sharon, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You know, during the break, I swear we should just record all of our breaks for that matter. But you're talking a little bit more about the people that helped compile the book. How did you come up with these women? Where did you find them?
Well, many were friends of mine, people's stories that I've heard, that they've shared their stories with me, and I love reading people's stories. I love hearing how God has impacted people's lives and moved upon them. And some of them are authors, some have never authored anything, and this is their springboard. And so it was just a joy. And so I contacted some of my friends, some of the people that I met that would tell me, you know, God did this in my life. And I said, I'm writing a book, I need you to write for it. And that's how it happened. You know, it's a marvelous group of women that really have got stories of God's goodness that really, when you as a reader maybe read it, you will be able to see, God did that in me. God did this in my life, because that's how we grow, you know, and it's such a testimony.
So you were talking before the break. I want to get back to the gal. She's 95 years old, and she contributed to your book. Tell us about that.
Miss Betty O'Berry, her and I met each other during the COVID season in a park. And she had just moved from Savannah, Georgia to the area where I live in Decatur, Georgia. And we started talking. And I love having different people in my life from different generations. I think generations can add so much, because you learn so much from people. And so Miss Betty and I got to talk, and she is an amazing woman. She has got her own blog that on YouTube channel.
Wow.
I think it's Letters from Mima, and she is 92, but she has got a class that she has for painting. She's a wonderful artist, and she loves to write. And so Miss Betty wrote about my Prince Charming, and about her husband that she met many years ago, and how God just used her and used her husband's relationship to really shape her life.
Nice.
Wow. So I'm at a time in my life, I'm a college student, and I find I love college. I love the season I'm in, but I find myself scared of what's going to happen after that, because I've heard from people college is the best years of your life, and I just don't want to go into the rest of my life and looking back. So how can this book help younger people like me where the future is so uncertain?
I think this book can inspire young people to see the faithfulness of God. Because if you can see Him in the faithfulness, how God through the seasons has touched other people, it could prepare you for your season. And the Word of God is the way we can see Him. The Bible is how we get the snapshot of the goodness of God over His goodness in our lives. And when we can focus on seeing Him, practice it, something very powerful is in a greeting. And if you can greet God every single morning and say, "Good morning, Jesus," or I like to use the phrase, one of the languages we learn in South Africa is Zulu. And Zulu has got a greeting that says Sawubona. That greeting is, I see you, I acknowledge you, you're important. And when you greet somebody, you're literally looking at them in their eyes and saying, I see you.
Wow.
I acknowledge you. You are important to me. And that is the premise of this book. Because if we every morning can say, Sawubona, Jesus, I see you. I've invited you into my life. You live and you dwell in me. Then He can give you the strength, even as a young college student, to face the day, to see and frame your life in, I may not see it yet, but God sees me. And that's what happened even in Genesis. Hagar, was the only one in the Bible that named God, that gave God a name. Not only was she just a slave woman, and a woman at that, but the only person ever throughout the Bible to give God a name. And she named Him the God who sees. El Roi, the God who sees. And so if we can know Him as the God who sees personally in our life, as students, as mothers, as grandmothers, as retirees, as as school children. He is the God who sees me, and I'm seen by him, not overlooked. That really can frame every day of your every life.
Wow.
How about that? Are you now thinking that college is the best?
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay.
You're going to be fine.
But that is what it is. It's like when someone says that the college years are the best years of your life, they're a great part of your life.
Yes.
But there's other things to look forward.
Absolutely.
And if you have God by your side,
yes.
Woo, right?
You know, I've addressed in this book the stereotypes of seasons. How even people say, oh, you know, you're in the spring season of your life when you're young and you are becoming a woman. You go through the change, a lot of changes in your body and your life. Then you go in the summer years, the fruit bearing years, you know, the family years, you know, growing a family, having children, growing a career, you know, that's your growing years. And then they want to stereotype you in the fall season, but to me, and then the winter season is like everything is just done and gone, and you know, you're just sitting there and waiting to die, which is all wrong, because every season has got its beauty in it. But like I said, every season is fruit producing. Every season, or every year, should I say, gives you that fresh and flourishing. Psalm 92, verse 14 and 15 says, "You will bear much fruit, even in old age. You'll be fresh and flourishing." So every season has got that fresh and flourishing, and the best years are not just the beginning years. Lord help us if that is the truth. But the best years are the years spent with God and fully being present to grow. And that is it. My best moments and my best years are made best because God is in it. And that is the fulfillment of family, even of investing in the younger generation, the up and coming. We've got a full-time evangelists now where my husband and I used to go and just do outreaches across the world. Now we've raised up teams and, you know, now they're running with it. I think every season has got this fruit-producing best yet because it's the only one. I'm 57 now. When God spoke to me about this, I was 53. But this is the best yet summer of 57 years old, and it'll never come again.
Yeah.
So it's celebrate that season and make it your best.
And when you talked about, you know, the last season or the fall season, waiting to die, that's actually preparing for life, a life with Jesus after this. We only have a couple minutes left, but I got goosebumps.
Yes, and you know, if we can prepare everything, you know, I've got friends that have passed away that have gone before, they're already with Jesus, you know, they already entered into his rest. But every day that we've got on this earth is a purpose. It's purpose driven. And our purpose is to encourage people to see God in their seasons because he's present in ours. And just seize this opportunity, seize this moment, seize this day to invite people to see him in their season, see him present. And how we see him and how we reflect him, how we speak about him is how other people will be able to identify and connect with the God of the seasons. He walked in the seasons himself. He created them and he lives within them to bless us and to take us from this to the next beautiful season of his eternal glory.
Right, and I know I just want to add a little something before we have to say goodbye, but I'm Catholic, you're Lutheran, and so we're all different religions here. But a Catholic priest told me we need to stop fighting about who has the best religion and just everybody needs to find God, find Jesus, and get your children to church. Get your children, invite your children to see the Jesus that we knew growing up, because it seems like a lot of people are falling away from, you know, organized religions and whatnot, but it's like he's there and he's ready to help at any moment.
And the ladies that wrote, the contributors to this book, are just as diverse. It's not about church. It's all about the Church of Jesus Christ, which we all are part of.
Amen to that. All right, we have to say goodbye for now. Your last moment, how do we find your books? How can we find you?
You can go to seehimineveryseason.com and you can get your copy on Amazon. It'll be available, and soon we are starting a vidcast and a podcast in 2027.
Perfect.
And so you can tune in there, but you can go through the website and find.
We look forward to that. Thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you, Mary.
All
Thank
right.
you for having us.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have our lighter side. Don't go away.
There's never been a better time to rediscover the style, reliability, and all-season, all-terrain fun of the all-new Nissan lineup at the new and improved Ryan Nissan. Whether it's the sleek and stylish Murano, the adventure-ready Pathfinder, or the reimagined, ready-for-anything 2026 Rogue, the all-new Ryan Nissan has the vehicle of your dreams at a price perfect for any budget. It's time to rediscover your passion for the road. It's time to rediscover the all-new Ryan Nissan, engineered to endure.
Are you dealing with arthritis, nerve and back pain, dry skin, or superficial wounds, but found no relief? Give Stewart's Natural Health a try. For over 4 decades, Stewart's Natural Health has been helping people and animals with herbal and natural oil lotions, ointments, and creams with a mission to help you relieve pain and feel your best using the power of nature. Discover the safe, drug-free solution to your pain, guaranteed or your money back. Visit stewartsnatural.health today.
Welcome to where classy meets Wild West. Buffalo Gypsy Boutique of Bismarck has clothing, decor, and gifts ranging from sophisticated boho style to fun and flashy. Our exclusive brands such as Scully, Double D Ranch, and Tanner Mark provide standout style for the whole family, right down to the little ones. We always have a great selection of Kimes denim, and we proudly offer American-made jewelry and artwork. Find Buffalo Gypsy classing up North Bismarck just off Highway 83.
West River Equipment of Mandan is here to help you maintain peak productivity in your operation. As an authorized dealer for many high-quality equipment lines, we have the new and used equipment it takes to make your farming, ranching, or construction operation profitable and efficient. West River Equipment also has the parts on hand and the experienced technicians in our shop to get your equipment back in action fast. Find what you need at West River Equipment on Old Red Trail in Mandan.
Welcome to Arrowhead Cleaners. Newly renovated, modernized, and ready to make your cleaning needs hassle-free. From commercial and residential wash and fold laundry services to the latest in professional dry cleaning techniques, we are dedicated to your unique needs, offering alterations, fabrications, and even custom hat making. So whether you're a busy professional, a family on the go, or even a rodeo champion, Arrowhead Cleaners is here to take your things from messed up to dressed up. Now celebrating our 64th year in Arrowhead Plaza.
Ashley, North Dakota is where life moves a little slower, but never gets dull. From hunting, camping, and fishing to safe streets where kids can be kids, this is the best of small town living. And Ashley offers everything you need, from healthcare to hardware to countless ways to stay active. Here, we've invested in our future with major upgrades to roads, parks, and education. Whether you're here for the day or here for life, you'll find Ashley's where you ought to be.
Welcome back to Ladies of Another View on Beck. Wow, she was an inspiration.
Yeah.
She really was, and she gave us all a book.
Yes,
I'm so
I'm very excited.
And I'm actually going to a book signing later as well. So hopefully I can learn even more about it. Very exciting. And then I just wanted to give a shout out to our very own Sandy Sanford. She's the jack of all trades. That woman, she can do everything, I tell you what. But she is chapter, I had just found it. Now where did I, page 119, Life Preserved Again and Again. And so I look forward to reading this and whatnot. But reach out and go ahead and order the book, you guys. It's amazing. In this segment, we have our lighter side. And this is kind of sort of what she talked about with the different seasons in our life. This is actually, he's a comedian, and he's kind of doing a play role on himself, like, oh, what he did when he was in high school. And then his dad confesses, oh, what he did when he was in college or something. And then what Grandpa did. It is hilarious. Take a look, and we'll talk on the other side.
Confession, Dad. Senior year, I snuck out of the house. You don't think we knew you were sneaking out? When I was 16, we snuck into the church, drank all the communion wine. You know, me and my buddy Tommy, when we were 14, lied about our age. We got sent over to Vietnam. We ran out of beer, so we snuck behind enemy lines to steal theirs and kind of got pinned down. Don't worry, we drank the entire case, and Tommy found a tank and drove us home.
Isn't that about the truth of it, though? I mean, as far as what people do nowadays, it's so, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, I did this. And it's like, and you go back to like our day. I mean, I've been out of school for a little while, but, you know, and you in between, you know what I'm saying? It's like just the different things that we did and got away with back then. You couldn't dream of doing it now. So he's like, oh, he snuck out of the house. This guy gets stuck over in Vietnam. But anyway,
I sure haven't gotten away with anything.
Well, I love your parents. You got really good parents.
They are very good.
Mm-hmm.
I was too scared and respectful of them to really try that hard.
Yeah.
I feel like even, I mean, I've been out of high school for 30-ish years. And it's just because we didn't have cell phones. There was no tracking. You know, you just, I watched a thing recently of when I was really young, I'm saying like under 6 years old, that was the thing, is like when the street lights came on, you knew to go home. Mm-hmm. I mean, but that doesn't even exist now.
Well, yeah, and even in my hometown, and I didn't grow up in town, but we'd go to church on Saturday nights, and then Mom and Dad would go uptown and dance. There was always a Western band going on, or even wedding dances. The alarm would or the sirens would go off at 10 o'clock.
And that's when to go home.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I had friends that lived in town, and they had to go home at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but I think the issue is we need more like spaces for younger people to hang out that don't cost
we made
too much
our own.
money.
Yeah, we made our own spaces though. We didn't have any space back then. You know, like nothing. I mean, I hate to say
space
that.
was someone's yard or in the driveway or wherever it was. You just made it.
Mm-hmm.
Made it happen.
We made it happen. We snuck out of the house one time, and my mother had a homemakers meeting. My brother and I had just snuck back into the house, and she felt bad for us. We were stuck in the basement. She goes, hey kids, do you want to come up for some pie? And we look at each other. We got back on time. Anyway, we got to say goodbye for now. We hope you enjoyed the show today. Just all kinds of information coming your way, and we appreciate you today and always. And we'll see you next time right here on Ladies of Another View on Back. Now, go save our country and read about the book, See Him in Every Season.
Ashley, North Dakota is where life moves a little slower, but never gets dull. From hunting, camping, and fishing to safe streets where kids can be kids, this is the best of small town living. And Ashley offers everything you need, from healthcare to hardware to countless ways to stay active. Here, we've invested in our future with major upgrades to roads, parks, and education. Whether you're here for the day or here for life, you'll find Ashley's where you ought to be.
We are the St. Mary Sisters. We are building a new facility here in Bismarck, North Dakota, for the sake of training young women to be courageous teachers in this state. The sisters will educate the younger generation to be fully alive through truth and discipline. The sisters' life of devotion and joy will make a positive difference in your community. Check out what we're up to, see what's going on, and join our mission to make a difference in the lives of the children of North Dakota.
I'm Gary Emmett, host of Open Range. We've been at this for the past couple years. Representative Matt Heilman of Bismarck and former legislator Brandon Pritchard are going to do some regular segments on Open Range. While we cover a lot of politics, we're still going to be continued doing mostly all things North Dakota. One exception, Friday evening, I'll be doing a new show on Open Range called On the Horn. This show will be long interviews of 3 to 5 hours with the people I'm interviewing. They'll be airing week after week on that Friday evening. So thank you for being a part of the Beck TV and Open Range family.
Come on in and experience small town hospitality and the personalized care that makes car buying a pleasure.
We know that every journey starts with the right car. Whether it's school drop-off, weekend road trips, or your daily commute, we have the right vehicle for you and your family.
With trusted brands, affordable prices, and a team that treats you like family, finding your next car has never been so easy.
We pride ourselves on personal attention and quality service. Set Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Hey y'all, it's Trent on the loose. I want to tell you, Lady Blue and I, we got a lot of miles together, but you know what? You and I got a lot of miles together as well. And all I want to do is bring to you the information on how we maintain a domestic supply of food and fuel for future generations. So I'm going to continue to travel the world and unearth the stories that make it possible that we can live in a free United States of America.
I'm Corey Heppola, and a long time ago I left my small town for a big city. Now I wonder, what would it be like to move rural?
Just because we're small doesn't mean we can't have nice things.
This is my town.
Man, it's mad love up in here.
Sunday night, 6:30 on Beck TV.